Who here drives? Yeah. How many of you know how to drive a stick shift? Which do you prefer if you know how to drive? Stick?
Stick.
I personally enjoy driving manual a whole lot more than automatics for a variety of reasons. Manuals allow the engine to run at a higher horsepower. They provide much more control in both up and down shifting. Plus, shifting the transmission allows the driver to be more involved with the driving experience. Most importantly, manuals provide much better fuel efficiency than automatics. One of the major reasons is that people drive automatics over manuals is because it's easier. It is, however, with the purchase of an automatic over a manual, a few unnecessary costs will appear. First, an automatic requires more horsepower constantly in acceleration, whereas with the manual, a driver controls precisely how much gas is used. Second, according to TrueCar, an automatic will cost about $1,000 more than a manual. This is because of extra parts required in an automatic for the shifting process. So even though an auto might be easier, the driver will lose money over time that they could have saved had they bought a manual. One of the biggest factors in manuals over automatics is fuel efficiency. One of the writers for the website, 20-something Finance, did research on fuel efficiency between the same manual and automatics sold new in 1984 and another set in 2012. In '84, a Ford Escort manual got 15 miles per gallon better on highway than the automatic did, while in 2012, a Ford Fiesta manual only got 1 mile per gallon worse than the auto. Why is that? Over the past 15 to 20 years, automatics have become so much better with shifting that they are in fact comparable to manuals. However, one of the most important factors in manual over auto is control. For example, when driving a manual and going downhill, the driver can put the transmission into a lower gear to help with slowing down. Going downhill with an auto means that the driver needs to ride the brakes, which in turn means they'll have to be replaced earlier than on a manual. When going uphill, the driver can again downshift to get more power. And while going uphill with an automatic, the transmission can sometimes jump back and forth between gears, which is incredibly inefficient and very hard on the transmission. And remember that parts for an automatic are much more expensive than on a manual. So, manuals provide more control, more horsepower, and better fuel economy. What will you drive next?